if we try to take the glass half full view on the fact that they're predicting that their gross margins are going to keep on declining, I believe that they're also going to be spending on innovation and newness. So is that something that maybe not this quarter, maybe not next quarter, but maybe in a few quarters' time, we'll start to reap the benefits and bear fruit?
Yeah, we do think so. They came out in their earnings call and they said that, their spring 2025 book was a little bit lighter than they expected, pretty much flat year over year. So, we think it'll probably be at least a year before you start to see it, at least 3 or 4 quarters before you see, real results. So, they're spending a lot on marketing and demand creation, as they call it. And then their gross margins are going to be flat with revenues down is usually not a good sign for a company. And that's, over the next few quarters, that's going to be impacting. So, I think you got that initial pop from the new CEO announcement. You had a big sell-off over summer. And so I think now you're just kind of sit and hold here.
Hi, Zach. It's not often that an intern ends up running the show, is it? But that's what's happening with Elliot Hill, the new CEO. How much confidence do you have in him?
Yeah, I mean, he's been with the company for a while. Obviously, he stepped away for a few years. We think it's a great pick moving forward. Obviously, the market liked it a lot. It was up 7 or 8% on the news that morning. We think that the company's got larger issues, though. We think, they're a very big brand. They're global, and they're really looking for that next leg of growth. And we just don't know where that's going to come from. And so until we kind of get some clarity on, what the strategy is moving forward, you do have a little bit of tailwind from China now with some stimulus that should help there. But, it's kind of what's next. You've got a lot of, competitors in the running space now that have gained a lot of momentum over recent quarters with Hoka and On. Right. And so, yeah, we're just kind of sitting and waiting.
Yes, and you highlighted Hoka and On there. So is that the issue, Zach? It's not just the macro environment, but it's execution as well. Has innovation lagged? Do they really need to step up their game in terms of direct to consumer? And are they ultimately out of touch with what the consumer wants?
Yeah, it was interesting in their earnings call. They did say that running was kind of a strength for them. So, they did well. They saw growth in running. And they still are the leader, across elite athletes. You don't see elite athletes wearing Hokas during marathons yet. You just haven't seen that really come to fruition. So Nike's still the leader in the running space. We do think in other areas across their brand, obviously they're much bigger than just running shoes now, apparel. And, the interesting part of the call for me was the Jordan brand was going to be down double digits this year, down double digits in the quarter. So they've got some issues across other aspects of their brand. And I think, it's going to be interesting to see as the new CEO steps in, how he goes about changing and where he looks to kind of look for growth across the globe and in different segments.